it's now been 5 years since Avengers Infinity War had traumatized me in the theater. This is going to be a fun video to make. And not only do I have my Lego Infinity Gauntlet that I actually got this for Christmas of 2021. No, yeah, Christmas of 2021. I also got this Infinity Gauntlet. Wait. Hold on a sec. I've had this for 5 years, and I would actually have both of them, but as I mentioned in my Endgame review, my brother's got the Nano Gauntlet, and there's technically two different versions. There's a silver, he's got the silver one, as I was like, why is that not red? It's red in the movie, but there is a red version out there, but still. Yeah, I've had this bad boy for 5 years, and I badly want that Marvel Legends Infinity Gauntlet, but still though, this has been a long time coming, as I've mentioned about how Infinity War had traumatized me. I'm not the only person that this movie has traumatized in the this movie emotionally destroyed us in the theater. I think we can all agree on that, but just, oh man, hopefully I don't have trouble trying to begin where there's like, Endgame, yeah, I just didn't know where to begin, as that movie was just perfection, but, Endgame and Infinity War are, of course, just peak Marvel movies. They are just peak Marvel from Russo Brothers. And yeah, they're, of course, on, like, the very top of our list. But, speaking about top of the list, I was wondering why everyone would just have this at number 1. I figured Endgame would be on number 1, as that was on my number 1 for me. But since I watched Infinity War earlier this year, actually, for New Year's, as I was doing that for the Thanos snap, and sadly, I failed to not say the F-bomb right off the bat.
This is the moment he knew.
Steady, Quill.
He f***ed up.
What? What? What?
What?
No! He said he F-bombed again!
Are you kidding me? Damn it. But yeah, since I was watching that with the boys for the New Year's vlog, which you could be sure to check out, and I might as well put a link somewhere, whether it be in the description or by the end of the video, we shall see. But since I rewatched that with the boys, yeah, damn it, I now see why people have this on their number 1, and damn it, yeah, I'm pretty much now swapping out Endgame with Infinity War. I can totally see. This is basically the ultimate Marvel movie. I mean, Endgame was a epic conclusion, but that was basically fan service. Infinity War, it's on a whole nother level. I don't know how. It's just indescribable or unexplainable about how good Infinity War is. Even though, not gonna lie, back in 2018, for my first viewing, I didn't know if I wanted to like this movie or not because of how it ended. I was liking the first half, but the second half, I was like not digging, and I basically gave it a 2.5 star rating because I was just mixed about it. There were some enjoyable moments, but just I didn't like how the movie ended because everyone freaking died! And it's funny to know that Mark Ruffalo actually spoiled Endgame, but no one took him seriously because they expected to get spoilers out of Tom Holland's mouth. But for real though, I might as well talk about my experience with the movie. I'm probably gonna barely talk about what's so good about this movie, which means I'm pretty much gonna have to do a re-review for this, and when the Kang Dynasty is coming out in about 3 years. No, yeah, 2 years. 2 years. So, yeah, let's talk about basically how I got very obsessive with the Infinity Stones. I mean, like, I was, of course, a Marvel fan. I was just enjoying the movies, but what I did not know about was it was leading up to something big in the Infinity Saga. And that would, of course, be what you're looking at right now in Lego form. But, yeah, basically, Infinity Stones. I mean, there was mention about Infinity Stones. I didn't know what was going on, but I guess I just started going nuts about this probably since 2015. So do you know that Charlie Day meme where he's just basically going nuts about something? That's me right there, because I basically got obsessive with trying to puzzle everything, find the Infinity Stones, especially the Soul Stone. Like, I just basically became like a crazy madman. Just like, say if I had a big board, I try connecting the dots, try to connect everything, and figure out. That was basically me, back in 2015, and that's basically what it all started. I mean, I know that in the Avengers post-credit scene there was Thanos, which was definitely teasing something big. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be important. I'm gonna need to remember this, won't I? But I got really hooked on when he just grabbed the Infinity Gun and was just like, fine, I'll do it myself. And I'm like, I knew I should have expected another Thanos tease in a post-credit scene, which would be in Age of Ultron. But when he grabbed the Infinity Gauntlet, I'm like, oh my god, it's happening. Number 3 is gonna be Infinity War. So yeah, basically, I guess you could say Infinity War became my most anticipated movie entirely. I basically ignored all of the other Marvel movies that were coming out. I just mainly was just focused with Infinity War, as it just hit me as not only was Thanos gonna come collect the Infinity Stones, but everyone will be coming together, and it's gonna be a massive, big Avengers movie where all heroes from other movies would be coming together. The Guardians of the Galaxy would be joining the Avengers. Other Marvel heroes like Black Panther and Ant-Man and Doctor Strange would be joining the Avengers as well. Like, just, oh my god. Not only do I want to experience Endgame again, but also Infinity War. Even though this movie traumatized me in the end with the ending. And I'm going to get that later. But actually, I probably shouldn't talk too much about how the ending had traumatized me. I actually would like to save that for my video where I'm going to be talking about my top 3 traumatizing theater experiences, which all have to do with superhero. Me watching superhero movies in theaters. But no, yeah, I basically made a commitment to wanting to know more about the Infinity Stones, to try to puzzle all together, and especially just figure out where the flip was the Soul Stone. Like, I'm like thinking, is the Soul Stone in Black Panther, or Volume 2, or Thor Ragnarok? Where the flip is it? And it was revealed in Infinity War that it was in a planet called Volmore, and oh my god. But before we just talk about that, let's just talk about, again, the experience. So yeah, I've already mentioned about how I was getting obsessive with the Infinity Stones. And I was pretty much still obsessive on trying to figure out from day 1 to me finally seeing Avengers Infinity War in theaters, possibly in IMAX. And speaking about IMAX, I mentioned something about how I could have possibly seen Avengers Endgame. Like, I said that it was a shame that I probably didn't see Endgame in IMAX, but as I was editing my review for Endgame, I'm like thinking to myself, wait a damn second. What? Maybe I did saw Endgame in IMAX. I don't know. It's like coming back to me all of a sudden. Obviously, I know that it's the same theater that I went to go see Endgame, but the IMAX bit, I'm like thinking, wait a second, maybe we did saw this in IMAX. I don't know. I mean, I asked my grandparents about it. Grandpa doesn't remember about it, but I don't know. I want to believe we saw Endgame in IMAX, so I'm assuming we did saw Endgame in IMAX. Like, there's no way in hell that we did not saw Endgame in IMAX. Okay, I've got enough topic. We've already talked about Endgame. We're talking about Infinity War here. And I'm going to talk about how that went, but still. Yeah, as I was saying, day 1 to me finally seeing Infinity War. As soon as they released the trailer, after a couple of weeks of Thor Ragnarok being released into theaters, yeah, I really love that Marvel did like a teaser video of everyone's reactions of being like, we want the Infinity War trailer right now. Just showcasing all their trailer reactions to all the past Marvel movies. I hope they do the same thing with that for the Kang Dynasty, which Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars are basically going to be the next Infinity War and Endgame. And oh man, it is going to be fun to be on the hype train for the next 2 Avengers movies. And seeing the Infinity War trailer, oh man, that's easily my most anticipated movie of 2018. And actually, the Infinity War was supposed to come out around May. Same goes for Endgame, but they pretty much got pushed up around April. And as soon as the release date was revealed, I basically wished it would have came out on my birthday, since my birthday was on a Friday, which would have made it Friday the 13th. Well, let's just say that I'm glad it instead came out on April 27th, because I probably would have had a very traumatizing birthday if it did end up coming out on April 13th of 2018. Hey, at least I got to see Rampage on that day. Actually, I got to see Rampage the next day, but still, it came out on my birthday, as that was supposed to come out on my dad's birthday, but I got pushed up on my birthday, on my 12th birthday. Now, I enjoyed the teaser trailer, but as soon as they released the official trailer, oh man, that hyped me the hell up. I would watch that on a freak. I would watch it on a loop. Like, just that hyped me up even more. And just, oh my god, it was just a wild ride. I mean, experiencing No Way Home was amazing. Same goes for Endgame, but Infinity War, that was like on a whole other level or something. And as soon as they released the poster, which, by the way, this is one of my favorite Marvel posters. Like, this is chef's kiss. And the teaser poster for Endgame, god dang it, I think I popped a muscle again. This is something I forgot to mention in my Endgame review. As soon as they released the teaser trailer and then released the teaser poster, I just liked how the poster looked as it was just turning to dust. Like, just, I love both teaser and official posters for Avengers Endgame. But still though, like, I just love the Avengers posters. And I look forward to how the Avengers 5 teaser posters are gonna look like, especially for the official one. And oh god, I think I popped a muscle. I don't know, it hurts now that I'm talking. I should probably try talking very slow. I happen to be talking very fast. I actually talk very, very, very loud. Not only loud, but very fast. But, holy moly, it's like freaking hot in here. I mean, the weather's been kind of crazy lately, but today was very sunny, but I was getting cooked up in my jacket, and I'm even getting cooked up in my room. Like, I have my entire window covered up in Funko Pops, and I'm a bit concerned if, I don't know, I'm just concerned for some reason if the sun's gonna, like, melt the back of the cardboard? I don't know, I'm just worried for no reason, I guess, but okay, seriously, I gotta slow down. Like, ow, that's the second time as I popped a muscle, I think. I don't know. But yeah, not only did I collect this, I actually got a Thanos figure. I don't know where he is at the moment. He's probably somewhere in my closet in a bunch of my boxes. But besides getting an Infinity Gauntlet and a toy, like, I was just getting everything Infinity War related. But the best part about getting Infinity War merchandise were the Lego sets. And I still have them to this day. Until my little brother ended up, oh, I don't know, playing with them, then losing the damn pieces. So yeah, I had collected all 6 Lego sets and lost 2 as soon as I came back from visiting my dad. So yeah, I pretty much now have to reorder the 2 other sets, which would be one that's got the Time Stone, not Time Stone, the one that's got the Soul and the Mind Stone. Those are the 2 sets I need to order again, and I still need to collect the other Endgame sets. It's just I just only lost 2 Infinity War sets that. God dang it, I'm so annoyed that, like, damn it, Javi! I mean, I can't fully blame him because he's just a kid and he wants to play with my Legos. Like, I would not let my siblings get into my room because I have so many good stuff in here. Like, for example, this. Well, I didn't have this, and I didn't have this until, recently, like, sometime, I guess, last month. But, not last month, last year. But still, though, I just wouldn't want them messing with my stuff, but still, I definitely should be building Legos with him, and I was actually building a Lego set with him. I was actually building 2 different Lego sets with both of my siblings. I was building both of the Lego sets with them, just helping them out, take turns and all that, but still though, Javi, why do you have to mess with my Infinity War sets? I just try to not lose like, I've lost so many good Lego sets in the past, and the Infinity War ones, I just do not want to lose, as those Lego sets are like 5 years old, and they're now kind of expensive as of today. So yeah, hopefully I can try reorder them sometime this year, if I can convince either my parents or my grandparents, but we shall see. I probably should have got them for my birthday, but I ended up getting 3 other Lego sets only. I only got 3 Lego sets, which would be the Guardian sets, and I've only built 2 so far. I'm waiting to build the big one, probably either tonight or tomorrow. We shall see. And I'm already getting off topic about talking about other Lego sets, but still, I'll make I'll make a separate video of showcasing my Infinity War sets once I get the other 2, since I have to get new ones. I technically still have them, but I'd rather just get new ones because all the pieces are gone, and I could get the same pieces, but I'm sorry, I'm just like that. And also the instruction booklet is ripped up. Hopefully the Brick House has Lego sets. It's been a while since I've been to the Brick House, but I'm gonna ask my mom if we could possibly go, and hopefully they got Infinity War Lego sets. I'm just gonna try to get one, and then get the other one next time, and like probably wait a month or so. I don't know. We shall see, but I'll definitely be doing a video showcasing my Infinity War Lego sets, but also my Endgame sets. Once I get all the Endgame sets, as I almost have all of them, I just need one with Smart Hulk, the Nano Gauntlet, and then the Hulkbuster one, except for War Machine. But in the meantime, I'll make other Lego videos that I got, and that'll be all the Lego sets I got for the Batman, and same goes for every single Lego set I got for all Marvel projects of last year, as I have both Lego sets of Thor: Love and Thunder, 3 Lego sets of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and then just only one of Multiverse of Madness. Alright, enough talking about Lego sets. Time to get back to talking about Infinity War. And I need to get the Nano Gauntlet Lego set. Damn it! I just said I just would stop talking about Lego sets! I'm sorry, I just happen to be very addicted to Lego sets. Like, before I got addicted to Funko Pops, I was addicted to Lego sets, and I still am to this day. So yeah, the experience is just something I'm never gonna forget. But the experience I've had with Infinity War is just something I'm never going to forget. And I sure did not forget how I experienced Infinity War, if you know what I mean. And if you don't know what I mean, I'm talking about how the movie ended. Because we all were traumatized by that. And we're still traumatized 5 years later. But 2018 would mark the year for where I pretty much have made an arch nemesis. Or have met my arch nemesis. And my arch nemesis would be... Okay, thanks for interrupting my video, whoever was doing that. My arch nemesis would be spoilers. I don't know how I had not came across spoilers, but I guess 2018 came the day for where, yeah, the darkness had come to invade my world. And the darkness would be spoilers. And yeah, I'm gonna make a big deal about it, make it dramatic, and just say that spoilers are my arch nemesis. Like, say whatever you want to say, but I'm just gonna make it dramatic however I like it. I don't know. But how exactly did I end up getting spoiled for Infinity War? Well, I saw a video popped up on my YouTube page, and oh my god, I regret my decision. That's basically how it started. I came across this darkness, and it got me, and now it follows me everywhere I go. Okay, now it sounds a little weird of me making it dramatic. I should probably just not make it too dramatic. I don't know. But actually, though, I clicked a video where Thanos had got the Mind Stone, and I was like, oh my god, what have I done? No, I'm actually watching a spoiler! What the hell, man? And the video just ended with Thanos just getting stabbed through Stormbreaker. And I basically thought to myself, did I basically saw a good spoiler? And at the time, I was aware that Infinity War was possibly going to get split in 2 parts. Actually, not possibly. It was confirmed that we'd be getting 2 parts to Infinity War. And I kind of was not on board on that. I just wanted Infinity War to end off with them killing off Thanos, and then, yay, we... happy ending! I seriously thought that I basically saw a good spoiler and that... Oh! Okay. I basically just saw a spoiler that basically the Avengers have won. They killed Thanos, and, yeah, we don't need to see part 2. Thank God! If only I knew that, like, as soon as I saw that in theaters, I thought, like, okay, happy ending? We're getting a happy ending now that Thanos is defeated? Yeah, no. No happy ending. I felt so guilty about just seeing a spoiler. I was kind of crying about, well, not crying, but I was upset about it, and I basically talked to my nana about it, and like, why would you do that? Like, I just felt so guilty since, here's something you should know. Me and my grandparents would see every single, like, we've seen all 4 Avengers movies in theaters, and who knows if we'll have the chance to see Avengers 5. Around 2025, and then 6 in 2026. But yeah, I just felt so guilty about it. But that was like the only spoiler I saw for Infinity War. For Endgame, I could say it was Iron Man's death, but I don't know. I just all I know is that I was spoiled for both Infinity War and Endgame. Same goes for Ant-Man and the Wasp around that time as well. But before I could talk a little bit about my theater experience, so as soon as I got to the theater, actually around, like, I was just getting so hyped up with Infinity War. I made so many Infinity War drawings, and I still have them. I just gotta go through all my shit that I got in my room. Not only did I make drawings, but I also made my custom-owned Infinity Gauntlet. I just grabbed a snow glove, painted it gold. Well, not gold. I painted it yellow, and then hot glue gun, random, what's the name again? Like, jewels. They're parts of arts and crafts. They're like arts and crafts jewels. But I got, like, specific ones. The colors of the Infinity Stones. And, I was freaking proud of it. Now, of course, I didn't hot glue it on my hand. Otherwise, I would have burned my knuckles. But I was proud with how it came out. Now, I probably don't have it still. But I could definitely make it again. Like, I done it once. I can do it again. Same goes with, like, with the Aladdin lamp I made. I made one in 2019. I don't know if I have the original, which, dear God, I hope so. But this is like my second version I've made. And yeah, it looks better than the one I did back in 2019. That one was plain yellow. This is freaking gold. But yeah, I may possibly make a video of just showcasing all the old stuff I got that I've had since 2015. But hopefully I do got some of the Infinity War stuff. I did get like a booklet about Infinity War. I don't know. I'm hoping I still got all the stuff I got when I was getting hyped up for Infinity War. But I remember as soon as we got to the theater. Now, as for the theater, so yeah, obviously I saw Endgame in the same theater you guys have seen me go to for my movie vlogs, but I don't think it's the same one I went to go see Infinity War. I probably saw that in their theater over there, which I'm starting to think that maybe that's the theater I went to go see Logan. Either I saw Logan over in their theater or the theater here. Here we definitely saw Endgame, but I'm gonna assume we saw Infinity War in their home theater, where we were just packed in line. Like, literally there was a line. We had gotten tickets for April 27th. I think they picked me up from school. As soon as they picked me up from school, oh my God, I was just so pumped about it. Even though I was feeling guilty and basically saw a major spoiler for Infinity War, because honestly, I didn't know how Infinity War was going to end. Since it was confirmed that we'd be getting 2 parts, I feared that he would probably end up just getting 3 stones, and then in part 2, you get the other last 3 stones, but then they make sure he don't snap his fingers. Because I didn't think that Thanos was going to succeed on snapping his fingers. I feared that the Avengers would have prevented that in part 2. Boy, was I freaking wrong. As I was saying, I remember the theater, there was a line, as I think we were like around like the front row, like we were first in line, but as soon as they opened the doors, we just went in, and our theater was jam-packed, and oh my God, this may be one of my best theater experiences of all time. Actually, dead serious. Like, I probably have No Way Home on second, as for first is probably Infinity War. And I had a theater reaction similar with No Way Home? Possibly. I think everyone kind of lost their insanity when Thor came in Wakanda, which, I don't know. Details are a bit blurry, but I'm assuming we possibly had a theater reaction when we went to go see Infinity War. Because I definitely remember one bit, and that would be around the ending of the movie, where as soon as the movie ended, everyone were just all like, "Ah! Oh, come on! Ah! Ah!" There were definitely some laughs, but I think we had an audience reaction. I'm not too sure, but I'm gonna assume we did, since everyone pretty much were not so happy with how the movie ended, as they all were just like I did earlier. Oh, come on! But yeah, like I said earlier, I feared that he would probably get the last 3 stones in part 2, but as soon as I saw that spoiler, I was shocked that, oh my God, he actually gets all 6 Infinity Stones in one movie? And oh my God, I seriously thought that the Avengers were gonna win in this one, but as soon as Thanos snapped his fingers, my jaw had dropped to the ground. I basically just freaking froze. I was panicking so bad. I was completely speechless. I was like, oh my God, he snapped his fingers. He snapped his fingers. What the hell does that mean? What does that mean? And I was curious to know what would have looked like if he snapped his fingers. Whether I didn't know what it would have looked like if he snapped his fingers. I don't know what happens in the comics. I mean, I know that he probably snapped his fingers in the Infinity War comic, but like, I don't know if did everyone turn to dust in the Marvel comics? But as soon as it showcased how the snapped work, oh my God, oh, Jesus Christ, I was so not prepared for this. Now, I don't want to give too much away, as I want to save it all for my top 3 traumatizing movie theater experiences, but I will say this, I cried so bad when it happened. I actually cried twice in watching Infinity War. As I mentioned in my Endgame review, I cried for when Gamora died, which something tells me that I was basically attached to the Guardians characters. Or just mainly Gamora, I don't know. But not only did I cry for Gamora's death, I just cried for the freaking ending. And actually, I was about to cry. I almost cried 3 times. The first one would have been Gamora's death. Third one would have been the ending of the movie, as I guess 2.5 or something. Like I was like, this bit right here. I almost did the middle finger. This bit right here would have been around when Iron Man was stabbed. Like, as soon as he got stabbed by Thanos, I was about ready to cry. Immediately I was like, I was about ready to tear up. But I only cried twice in the movie. But I was ready for round 3. I was about ready to cry if that was gonna be Iron Man's death. But no, they were saving that for Endgame. And yet, I did not even cry for his death scene in Avengers Endgame. But again, I would like to save my thoughts about how this had traumatized me for my video that I'm going to be making later. Not later, tomorrow, but just, yeah, I didn't know how to feel about this movie. I was conflicted. I was mixed about it. Now, obviously, I give it a 10 out of 10, as I now understand why everyone had this on number one. I mean, eventually I forgave it and got over it, as I knew that everyone would be coming back. Like, I'll forgive this movie once Avengers Endgame is out. Like, just, oh man, I had to wait an entire year for part 2. Like, just, oh my god. And speaking about my rating, yeah, basically the same rating I gave for Endgame, just Infinity out of 10, which is basically a 10 out of 10. Now, I basically just mainly talked about my experience with the movie. I am pretty much gonna have to do a re-review, just talking about my general thoughts on why this movie is good. Like, just, I can see why this is one of the best Marvel movies of all time. Like, wow, I can understand why everyone just have this on number one. And actually, even though it's titled Avengers Infinity War, everyone's been saying that this is a Thanos movie, and now rewatching it pretty much twice now this year, even though I was watching a little bit in 2022, but mainly edited in 2023. Yeah, this is Thanos' movie. As, yes, what he's doing is pretty bad, but you also sympathize with him. Especially since he is pretty much heartbroken to have killed his own daughter. Well, not his own daughter, as he kidnapped her from her homeworld, but still though, he was heartbroken knowing that he'd have to sacrifice his daughter just to get the Soul Stone. And I probably have mentioned this in my Eternals review, where apparently Thanos was actually trying to save us. Now, what he was doing was definitely bad, but when you think about it, now having to see Eternals, yeah, I guess you could say you are probably conflicted about it, but and what is it that I'm implying about? So, he probably was aware that the Celestials were doing something that is both good and bad, where not only do they create planets, but also give birth to Celestials, where as soon as they're born, the planet dies. Like, as soon as they emerge out of the planet is completely destroyed. And now, think about, yeah, Thanos practically was trying to save us. I mean, we all know that he's the main villain of Infinity War, but in his own head, he thinks he's the hero of this story. Like, still, though, you get what I'm trying to say. But now, having to see Eternals and know what the Celestials do, it's crazy to know that, oh wow, so Thanos was actually trying to save us, even though what he was doing was not great. Even though we did not want him to kill half the population, which was a no-go for us, but just, like, it's, well, I'm kind of conflicted knowing that he was trying to save us, but then as soon as Smart Hulk brought everyone back, the population was enough to have a Celestial be born. And still, this is explained in Eternals, which great movie, by the way. Sure, it may have some flaws, but I personally enjoyed it. But no, yeah, this was his movie. This was Thanos' movie, and especially the fact it ended off just with him sitting on the sunrise on a grateful universe. And as soon as the movie ended, everyone were just pissed about that. Now, of course, we did stay for the post-credit scenes. And at the time, my dumb head was thinking that this was teasing Ant-Man and the Wasp. And, like, as soon as it showed no one was in the car, I was, like, thinking, Ant-Man and the Wasp? Wait, are they gonna be helping us or something? But no. Now being older, I now know that there were actually people in that car, but they turned to dust, and that's how the car had ended up crashing. And there were people in the helicopter, but since they also turned to dust, the helicopter came crashing down. And just seeing everyone turn to dust, oh, it was terrifying to see that, oh my god, this is actually happening. This is actually happening. This is happening not only here on Earth, but everywhere in the entire freaking universe. I wonder if his snap also affected the multiverse. Nah, guess we'll never know. But as soon as he clicked the thingamajig, I thought that he was calling maybe Nova or the Guardians of the Galaxy because of the star logo. But as soon as it fully was shown, I don't know. The logo had threw me off, but as soon as it was fully shown, I then had recognized, oh, wait a sec! Is that supposed to be Captain Marvel? Oh my god! Captain Marvel's gonna save them? And my grandpa was like, Captain Marvel's gonna save the Avengers. But I could barely care less about that, as I was just mainly sobbing until I had went to bed that night. Okay, before I fully end the video here, yeah, like I said earlier, I didn't think that Thanos would snap his fingers. I feared that the Avengers would win and all that, but this is the first time that the Avengers have lost. Actually, this is probably the only superhero movie where it has the heroes losing and the villain wins. I don't know. I could be wrong. There could be another superhero movie that has the villain winning, but still, though, it's crazy that, oh my god, the Avengers lost. Thanos snapped his fingers. What the fuck just happened? No, this movie was freaking crazy. I was so not prepared when I went to go see this movie. And, yeah, it was definitely an experience I am never gonna forget. Especially knowing the fact I had tears coming out of my eye sockets because of how heartbroken and devastated I was. But, again, I should end it off here. Save all that for my other video that I plan on making tomorrow. But, with that being said, I guess this is all I'm going to be talking about for Infinity War, as today marks the 5th year anniversary of Infinity War hitting theaters of April 2000. I almost said 2017. It came out in theaters April 27th, 2018. And, yeah, we basically would have had to wait an entire year for Endgame, which, yeah, that dethroned Avatar until 2 years later. So, yeah, but be sure to let me know your thoughts, comments down below. What do you think about Avengers Infinity War? Were you also crying with the ending? Because, I honestly am not the only person that was sobbing in the theater as soon as we all saw our favorite heroes just turn to dust. Honestly, the top 3 superhero movies I can never shut up about, and will forever talk about, are No Way Home, Endgame, and Infinity War, especially Infinity War. I've said that I'm never going to shut up talking about Spider-Man No Way Home, as that is just now one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, my top 3 superhero movies, actually my top 3 MCU movies are just No Way Home, Infinity War, and Endgame. Well, Endgame, Infinity War, but still, those are like my top 3 movies. Not in order, but just my top 3 MCU movies. Like, those were just the best experiences of my life, and, Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars is... oh, I look forward to hopping on the hype trains for both Avengers films. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my thoughts on both Endgame and Infinity War, as we're in 2023, the year that Endgame took place in, and, as, like, in the beginning of Endgame, I guess it was basically 2018, and as soon as we had that 5-year jump, we're now in the year of 2023. It's crazy that we're in 2023, the year that Endgame took place in, but still though, hopefully you enjoyed my thoughts on Infinity War and Endgame, and hopefully I can upload this today. If not, then you're pretty much going to end up seeing this on a Friday, as I tried uploading my Endgame review yesterday, but I was pretty much too late, as I ended up uploading it today, as I was still editing the damn video around like 11 p.m. at night. So who knows if you'll see this today, or this will sadly be uploaded tomorrow, as I tried having it uploaded on the day that the Avengers movies were out in theaters, but still, okay, I should probably end the video before I cause storage issues, but with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you all in my top 3 traumatizing movie theater experiences video.